Greetings, Patriots. Welcome to the Pushback Channel. Just want to touch base on what happened yesterday as far as the driver running his car in through the AntiFa, Black Lives Matter group of people, killing one and injuring many. We hate that, of course, and repudiate any violence. But listen, people, whenever you do what you did at Berkeley to people, when you deny people their rights to be able to vent and to be able to use their free speech, their First Amendment rights, and the police stand down and do nothing, and whenever you do the things that have been going on between Black Lives Matter and AntiFa and all these peaceful protests, otherwise peaceful protests, with the media colluding and not talking about the violence, as Mike Cernovich called them out in Washington in the press room, why don't you report on any of this Antifa violence? Well, look, people, you can't continue to do this. You cannot continue to prosecute Trump looking for a Russia collusion and ignore Clinton's Russian ties. You cannot continue to bash white males and edify Black Lives Matter. You can't have people going out and calling for the death and the killing and the assassination of the President of the United States without consequences and then turn around and prosecute people for smoking marijuana. You cannot continue to ignore Antifa, which meets every single criteria that there is for a domestic terror organization, and then go out and help the mainstream media persecute all white males. You can't protect transgender, lesbian, midgets and give them special status in this country, and then bash the very white males that helped build this country and make it great. People are fed up with this. We're sick of it. We're sick of the mainstream media. We're sick of all the male bashing. We're sick of the white bashing. It's suppression of our rights. You can't do that. Let me tell you something about white males. White males are the only population on earth where there is no slavery. You go to Muslim countries, you go to Asian countries, you go to African countries, slavery is common. It's real. White men and white Western culture is the only culture to eliminate and outlaw slavery at all levels, in all countries, whether it's Europe, America, or Greenland. That's it. You need to face reality. You've been fed bullshit by the mainstream media for so long, so many lies, that it's pathetic. Not only that, but female rights, women's rights. They came from Western culture and whites. We got to quit bashing whites. You know, yeah, for however long, I think almost 70 years in America, both Democrats and Republicans had some slaves for agricultural use, and it was terrible, and it was wrong, and we fought a war, and whites died to end that, to end it. We ended it. We fought wars to end it in Africa. We fought wars to end it all around the world. The only exception to that is Hillary Clinton going in and wiping out Libya, where now they have established slave markets in the open slave markets, selling people. Saudi Arabia has black slaves everywhere. They all have house slaves. So we got to stop this. It's got to stop. The great architects that built this country, the great engineers, the mathematicians, the scientists, the white males, aren't your enemy. That's globalism lying to you. That's people trying to tear down Western culture to make it a third world country. That's what you saw yesterday when you saw the KKK and their counterparts, the Black Lives Matter movement. Both of them are racist, bigoted, bad news for this country. Both should be illegal. The difference is one of them is funded by George Soros openly. George Soros is an enemy of this country. But because he's giving money to Antifa, that's his group. He funds them. And to this feminist led by a woman who, if she did it in Saudi Arabia, would be beheaded. You people are crazy. Liberals have aligned themselves with Muslims who own slaves, who are pedophiles. It's insanity, people. But I'm going to tell you this. You keep bashing the American male, and you're going to get white backlash like you've never seen in your life. Yesterday was just a sample. I don't know who this guy is. I heard he was a Bernie supporter. But I know he's a white male. And I know he's been bashed like everybody else. This guy's already received more condemnation than the Bernie Sanders reporter that shot a congressman and was praised by some of the left-wing nut jobs out there. The CIA plants, and you can research this yourself, Operation Mockingbird, like Jake Tapper, out there just absolutely stirring the pot. People, they're attacking America. It's under attack. You need to wake the fuck up. I'm really running out of patience with these liberals who want to assassinate, overthrow, call for coups openly, like Brennan and Clapper out there in their little dog and pony show. When in your life, I'm almost 60 years old, when in your life have you ever seen a CIA director out openly calling for the overthrow or the dismantling of a president of the United States, a duly elected? And those of you piss ain'ts who want to continue to go, well, he's not duly elected. Yes, he is. In our country, we have a system of electing officials that's different than the popular vote. But let's talk about the popular vote. The Harvard study, Harvard is a bastion of liberalism, says that at least 5.7 million people voted illegally in 2008. Everyone will agree it was worse in 2012. You had another million additional illegal immigrants. These people vote Democrat. You take away these votes, these illegal immigrant votes, these convicted felon votes, and you had Obama out there calling for them to vote in the 2016 election. You take away those votes, and Trump won the popular vote. And you know what? He's going to win it again. And you need to get used to it. Either we come together as a country and we forget about this race. Martin Luther King Jr. was shot and killed for his views. He stood up and he said, look, we need to judge people on the content of their character, not the color of their skin. And yet we've got black this and AntiFa that. And let me tell you something else for you ignorant leftists. Nazi is a short term for National Socialists in German. National Socialists. There's only one socialist party in America. It's Bernie Sanders. And it's a Democratic party. These right-wingers that are out there are not socialists. Therefore, they cannot be Nazis. They are nationalists, which means they believe in their country. They want to take care of their country, which means they want borders, they want low taxes, they want everybody to prosper, whether you're yellow or green or brown or black or white. And if you want equal rights and you want justice in this country, you can't say black lives matter, but white lives don't. If the cops are doing things they shouldn't do, we need to hold them accountable. What we need to do in this country is eliminate this double standard. The double standard of Antifa. The double standard of Black Lives Matter. The double standard of cops that go rogue. The double standard of Clinton and Obama absolutely destroying the Fourth Amendment and selling our country off to foreign investors with no consequences, none. While we spend a year and a half investigating a made-up Russian story that everybody knows was Seth Rich downloading and transmitting the thumb drive to a second party who then turned it over to Julian Assange. And then you got Clinton's dumbass trying to say that Julian Assange is somehow related to Russia. It's a lie. Podesta's email exposed it in 2015. He said, we're gonna expand on this bromance between Trump, who should have a bromance, with Putin. Trump and Putin are both Christians, for starters. Okay, they're both nationalists. They want to make each of them wants to make their country great again. Putin is doing a better job than Trump. You know why? Because he's gotten away from central banking. Because he has the support of his country. Unlike Trump, who's having to fight his own country to drag your ass kicking and screaming into success and to be great again and to having a national identity again instead of being mulled down into some muddy little third world country. This is what globalists want. They want this division. They want this fighting. Stop bashing people because they were born white or born with genitalia. Stop it. This is the Pushback Channel. None of this will go unchallenged. Ever.